this morning.
Yes. Thank you.
And sharing with us what God placed on her heart.
Thank you, God.
And I'd like to thank God for each and every one of you under the sound of my voice this morning. First, giving honor to God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost. Giving honor to the clergy in the pulpit and the clergy in the pew. Giving honor to each and every one of you. There is a word from the Lord this morning, found in the letter that Paul wrote to the church at Rome, in the 8th chapter and around the 31st verse. And Paul penned these words, "What then shall we say in response to this? If God is for you, who can be against you? If God is for you, who can be against you? If God is for you, who can be against you? If God is for you, who can be against you?
My God. My God.
All wise and everlasting God. Again, we find ourselves at this place of the proclamation of your word, asking you to hide us behind the cross under the drippings of your blood. Stop our stammering tongue, that we can speak with simplicity, clarity, and power. And when it's all said and done, we'll be more than careful to give your name the glory and the praise. In Jesus' name we pray and say amen. Amen. If God is for us, who can be against us? Community, we have all heard the statement, if your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, then you can achieve it. Like many of you, I affirm and resonate this statement. It speaks of self-empowerment. A major problem with so many of us is that we have little confidence in ourselves. Whenever we're challenged to move in new areas that exceed our zones of comfort, our first response is fear, and our first inclination is to say, we cannot do it. It is at this point of self-defeatism that we need to hear the statement, if your mind can achieve it and your heart can believe it, then you can achieve it. This statement not only speaks to this issue of self-confidence, it also challenges us to have some dreams. Some of us believe that we don't have to dream. We're caught in such a struggle just to survive from day to day that dreaming is a luxury that we can't afford. Others of us have been disappointed so often that we are afraid to dream. We feel boxed in by life, and our spirits have been broken by so many discouragements that for us, dreaming is a frustrating and futile activity. Still, there are others of us who believe that we're so far down in the dream inducements. We don't doubt our abilities, and our spirits are broken. But we have just logically looked at our situation and conclude that we can't do any better. So we just stop dreaming. However, the assertion, church, if your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, then you can achieve it. It's a challenge to us to keep on dreaming. Never allow anyone, never allow anything, never allow any disappointment, never allow any setback, never allow any fall, never allow any discouraging work. Don't allow any mistake to take away your capacity to dream.
Yes.
Community, to dream is to grow. Not to dream is to give up. To dream is to live. Not to dream is to die. Dreams inspires us upward. Dreams inspire us outward. Dreams inspire us inward. Dreams give us a holy discontent. Community, holy discontent is not anxious restlessness, self-consuming ambition, and greed that never allows us to be either thankful or at peace. Holy discontent inspires and steers our spirits to keep reaching because God is not finished with us yet. God's got something else in this life in store for you and for us. If your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, then you can achieve it. Every moment of every day, somebody's dreams are coming true. Every moment of every If your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, then you can achieve it. Community, that's a great statement articulating a great truth. Yet it is not complete. Life is filled with all kinds of obstacles and stumbling blocks, human influences and demonic forces, and unexpected circumstances such as accidents and sickness. Yeah. Community, we have no control over these factors that can block our dream. Every life has its share of dream blockers. No matter how much we conceive and believe, we're going to need more than that to strengthen our hands to make things happen. We cannot always drive ourselves by our own steam and expect to reach our goals. We need more than ourselves to achieve some of the dreams that we have in life. Every worthwhile dream and every great dreamer faces opposition. Whether their names be Joseph or their names be Daniel, whether their names be John or whether their name be Jesus, whether their name be Martin Luther or whether it's Fannie Lou Hamer, every worthwhile dream and every great dreamer has faced opposition. Yes. If our goals are high and if our goals are lofty, if we're trying to do the right thing, then we'll be opposed by the evil. No matter how strong we think we are, we can't fight evil by ourselves. Sometimes our thinking can seem to be so creative and visionary, so radical and prophetic, and sometimes it's just different from the norm, goes against the grain, and we face human opposition at overwhelming odds. We cannot fight overwhelming human opposition by ourselves and win. Anyone with an attitude that says, it's me against the world, will soon be singing, it's the world. Because the world can crush us. And sometimes folk will oppose us out of jealousy, and sometimes they will do it out of spite. Some folk really do get some sort of cheap thrill out of stepping and trampling on other folks' dreams. Some people don't want anything worthwhile themselves and resent when you're trying to want something different for yourself. Some folk don't have any dreams for themselves, and they resist when you got a dream in your life.
Yes, sir. That's good. Come on.
No matter how much we conceive and believe, we're going to need more than ourselves to reach our dreams in the face of overwhelming opposition. And I'm aware that the Bible is filled with examples of those who stood against the odds and were victorious. Moses and Aaron Moses and Aaron opposed one of Egypt's most powerful dynasties and secured the release of the people from slavery. Joshua and Caleb were justified when they opposed the majority consensus of discouragement and freed slaves who wanted to return to Egypt. Samson once slew 1,000 Philistines with the jawbone of an ass. Deborah and her inexperienced Barak defeated a great general Sisera and the mighty army. A shepherd boy by the name of David killed Goliath. Elijah withstood 450 priests of Baal and 400 prophets of Asherah. Daniel's prayer was more powerful than the plot of his enemies and the bite of a hungry lion. Yet none of these persons stood alone. They stood with the one who is the true equalizer when odds are overwhelming and stacked against us. And who is the advantage giver, no matter how unbalanced the situation may appear. They stood with the one whose presence always puts us on the side of the majority. 1,000 years later, a group of dreamers looked at the odds stacked against them, and then at the one who was with them, and asked the crucial question, if God is for us, who can be against us? The issue is not opposition, the issue is victory. We all know that power, principalities, and people can oppose us, but if God be for us, who can prevail against us? I propose, church, that we change our beginning thought from if your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, that you can achieve it, to if your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, then God will bring you through. Thus the message is a very simple one. If you keep your dreams, no matter how far-fetched, how unreachable, how impossible they may seem for you, for if God is for us, who can be against us? Church, we're going to encounter disappointments and we're going to encounter setbacks along the way. No one ever willing to support us. Sometimes people don't do anything to hurt us, but they don't do anything to help us either. They feel that their refusal to help us is not hurting us. However, dead weight is not easier to carry because it isn't kicking. Dead weight is still a burden. Those who fail to support us can be just as discouraging as those who fight against us.
Amen.
However, church, when those whom we thought were assets turn out to be liabilities, let us remember our truest and greatest asset and ask ourselves the crucial question for a discouraging moment. If God be for us, who can be against us? Keep your dreams no matter how weak you may feel at any given moment. Show me a person who's never been discouraged, and I'll show you a person who's never tried to do anything or become anything worthwhile. Show me a person who has never doubted, and I'll show you a person who's never really believed. Show me a person who's never been afraid, and I'll show you a person who has never undertaken a challenge. Even the most positive among us feel negative sometimes. Even the most cheerful among us get depressed sometimes. Amen. Even the most determined among us feel like giving up sometimes. Every now and then, every once in a while, we realize even though we're saints, even though we're prayer warriors, even though we're faithful servants, even though we're disciples of the cross, every now and then we realize, no matter how saved we are, we realize that we got an Achilles heel in the spirit, that Satan reaches and discourages, and can reach and discourage. Discouragement can touch. However, when we reach these points in our lives, the crucial question still needs to be asked: if God is for us, who can be against? No matter what we're going through, church, realize God is still sitting high, looking low. No matter what we're going through, realize God declares, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. I'll be with you even to the end of the age. Remember, God said, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. God declares, if my people who are called by my name would humble themselves and pray and turn from their wicked ways and seek my face, I will hear and I will answer. Every now and then, we got to get to a rest stop. Sometimes we get overwhelmed what life has thrown our way, but we got to get to a rest stop that we can call on the name of Jesus. Every now and then, we got to get to a rest stop in our lives and be still and know that He is God. Every now and then, we got to let God have His way. Every now and then, we got to sit down that the Holy Ghost can stand up. Every now and then, we got to let God lead and we follow. Every now and then, lean not to your own understanding, but trust in the Lord.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes, you God.
Church,
Glory to God.
there's a fascinating book
Thank you, Lord.
called I Dream a World by Brian Lanker that is filled with biographical sketches of a few 21st century black women of distinction. When we consider the past and the present living hell to which black women have been subjected, some may conclude for them to dream of a career, to dream of true romantic love, or to dream of a liberated gender or race would be sufficient. However, for this maligned and powerless daughter of Africa, to dream a world would seem unthinkable. What do black women get? What do black women get? Where do black women get the tenacity to dream a world? If they discovered the answer to a very critical question, if God be for us, then who can be against us? Martin Luther King dreamed of a nation in which his children would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. He dreamed of a world in which nations would beat their swords into plowshares and their spears in the puny hook and would study war no more. How could this battered and misunderstood prophet have such a dream that still speaks to the deep yearning of our spirits and souls today? King discovered that the answer to the very critical question, if God be for us, who can be against us? How do some of us know that we can kick the habits that have been kicking us in the past? How do we know that we can live free from drink and drugs and other things? How do we know there's life after our mistakes and our failures? How do we know and have called according to his purpose.
Yes.
What then shall we say to this? If
What?
God be for us, who can be against us? He who has not spared his own son, but gave him up for us, and he not also gave us all things with him. He shall bring any charge against God elect. It is God who justifies and who is to condemn. It is Christ who died, yes, who was raised from the dead, who is at the right hand of God, who indeed intercedes for us. I stopped by to ask you, who can separate us from the will of God?
Yes.
Shall tribulation or distress, shall persecution or famine, shall nakedness or peril, shall sword, as it is written, for thy sake we are being killed all the day long. We are regarded as sheep to be slaughtered. And no, in all these things we are more than conquerors in him that loveth us. For I am sure that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor things present, nor things to come, no power, nor height, nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of Christ. I just stopped by to encourage somebody. You got to stay on the Lord's side. No matter how bad the wind blows, no matter how hard the rain flies, how much trouble you get in your life, just be still and know that he's God. He is able to do exceedingly abundantly whatever we think or imagine. God is able to do what you need done. Don't be discouraged in well-doing. Yes, we're going to have storms. Yes, trouble going to come our way. But realize trouble is not to harm us. Trouble is to strengthen us. Trouble is to grow us. That we be the sons and daughters that he's looking for in these lives. If God be for us, if God be for us, who can? Who can be against us? I stopped by to encourage you because we can't see tomorrow. But the good news is we know who holds our tomorrow. We can't see next week, but we know who holds our next week. We can't see through our surgery, we can't see through our illness, but we know who's able to bring us through whatever we're going through. So realize, as the liturgists dance to that song bigger, whenever you think that what you're going through is too big for your God, I recommend you trade your God in and get Jesus to be your God. Because God is bigger than any problem you got. God is a sovereign God. God is larger than anything you're going through. Anywhere, whether it's personal, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, whether it's financial, whatever it may be, God is bigger than that. Our challenge is to get out of the way and let God have his way. Because I maintain that if God can bring you through, God can bring you to it, God can bring you through. We saw a testimony this morning with Brother Fairclough. A couple of weeks ago, he came in and his wife was in worship with us and told us they had to go in for surgery. The wife needed a kidney and her husband was 100% match. And here's a living witness today that when God brought him to, God brought him through. God had this thing already ordained. Because first he had to get you to marry. And once he got you to marry him, then they had some other things going on. God brought them through. Then when the bigger test came, they were ready. He stood here and declared, it's going to be all right. I reckon that y'all praying, but he all told me it's going to be all right.
Thank you, God.
And that's what we have to do for one another. We have to encourage each other as we go through what we're going through. It's going to be all right. It may not work out like you wanted to, but it's going to be all right. He may not fix it like you wanted to be fixed, but when he fixes it, it's going to be well done. So I just stopped by this morning, church, to encourage you that God is still able to do what he said he would do. God is still able to do what he said he would do. Amen? God bless you.
Thank you.